Okay, I'd like to open this Washington Unified School District Regular Board of Education meeting for January 12th, 2017. Let the record reflect that we have board members Norma Akala, Kobe Pizzotti, Jackie Wong is teleconferencing in, and myself. The items to be discussed in closed session, E1, Government Code Section 54957.6, Conference with Labor Negotiations, CSEA. E2, Education Code 35146, 48912, 48918, 49070, Student Discipline. E3, Government Code Section 54957, Public Employee Discipline Dismissal Release. E4, Government Code Section 54957, Public Employee Superintendent. And we do have a public comment regarding closed session item. If we could please have James Thatch.
All right, good evening. So I come here today as a parent of a child and two children actually at Elkhorn Village Elementary. I'm deeply concerned about the safety issues that are happening in my daughter's kindergarten classroom. I've addressed them with her teacher, which, you know, side note, I think her teacher is an amazing teacher and I think she should be recognized for the excellent work she does in the classroom there. I've spoken to her about it. She's instructed me to talk to the principal about it. I contacted the principal on December 15th by phone, and we had a long telephone call, after which she told me she was going to speak to her boss and get back to me, and never got back to me. So after that, I decided to contact the board, or excuse me, the district. I made an appointment with Mr. Smith, the Director of Student Services, I believe. That appointment was canceled for another thing he had going on. So I rescheduled. That appointment was canceled as well. When the first appointment was canceled, Mr. Parsons had spoken to me. I elaborated with him about the issue, and he also directed me to Mrs. Amber Lee. And so I've spoken to her about it, and I don't feel like my concerns have been resolved. So now I bring it to the school board. Without mentioning the student's name, you know, by request of Ms. Luna, there's a student in the classroom that's thrown a chair before. He's broken things. He's injured the instructor. He's made students cry. He's made the instructor cry. You know, my daughter is not wanting to go to school, and if I had any option, she wouldn't be going to school right now. Like I told both Amber Lee and Andy Parsons, I feel like sending my daughter to school right now is a game of Russian roulette, right? Okay, he threw a chair today. He didn't hit her. He throws a pencil tomorrow and it didn't hit her. He pulls scissors out the next day and it doesn't cut her. That's all good and well, but when it does happen, then what do we do? I don't want to be reactive. I want to be proactive, even though I already feel like what we're doing is already reactive. I feel like this is such an overwhelming situation, and it should have been handled long ago. I've been dealing with this at least since December. I know it's been going on before that. I know this student has been at a different school, and I don't understand if he's been released from a different school, how it's acceptable to bring him to our school. Why is it not okay for another person's family, but it's okay for my family? I don't understand that. I don't know if there's anything you can say that will make me understand that. I understand that the board and the district is you know, conserved by certain rules and laws, and I get that. And I understand that all students are required to be given a free and appropriate education, right? But I don't think any of those rights supersede my daughter or any other child's right to safety, and I think that should be everyone's first concern. I don't think there's any doubt to that. I find it unacceptable that this hasn't been resolved already. I feel like as a parent, I'm being placated and pacified to just put it off. Well, we have another schedule. We have to finally get this done in a couple weeks, or okay, now it's a month. Or I don't find any timeline acceptable for like control the safety of my daughter's classroom now. I don't think anything less than that is appropriate, and I don't want my daughter going to kindergarten and establishing the trajectory for the rest of her education to be, I'm going to have a chance to be assaulted in the classroom. I know when I go to school, I'm going to be in fear. I know other students in the classroom have already missed class because they were too scared to go. I know that if, like I said, if I had any other option, if I didn't have to go to school myself, if my wife didn't have to go to work, if I didn't have to go to work, my daughter wouldn't be going to class right now. She'd be at home with me. There's no doubt in my mind that there is a risk right now for her. And I feel like I'm out of options. I've talked to everybody else, and I don't really want anybody else to talk to me. I want someone to take action. I want someone to do something. And I get there's things that are happening that I don't know about, but it's not okay because it's not done. It's not okay. There's nothing about this that's okay to send my daughter to a classroom where she has the potential to be assaulted. You know, there's nothing about it that's okay. And I think that's about all I have to say.
Okay. Thank you very much, James, for coming, and for your family for coming too, and for your comments, and we take them very seriously, and safety is important to us, so thank you very much for coming and for sharing with us, and I have your contact information too. Thank you.
Is it appropriate from any of us to ask a question since it was mentioned? Okay.
Not in this case. Okay, so we will be going into closed session with that. And we will reconvene hopefully at 7 o'clock.